Hey guys and gals, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Happy the Mage. We are on Thunderstrike EU and I am part of the Honorbound Guild, which you are more than welcome to join. Just whisper any of us and we'll get you an invite. It's a little community guild that I started, I think maybe when we were doing the Elandril playthrough on Classic Era, and we kind of carried it over. And it's continuing to grow from strength to strength. We are continuing our adventures in Stranglethorn Vale. There's been a lot to do. I may have skipped over a few quests, I think. But I'm currently doing the Tumbled Crystal quest. I believe it's called Hostile Takeover, where we have to kill these these goblins. And yeah, it's Sunday evening. We've had a really good weekend. It was Kirsty's birthday on Tuesday, but we had her birthday due on Friday evening, and then Saturday we went to see Kirsty's family. Sunday we've had our own little day. We played some WoW, chilled, sort of cleaned the house a bit after the party. Not that it was dead messy, but you know, gets a bit cluttered at times and stuff like that. And the party that we did, it was like we're trying to be healthier and cutting down on like alcohol and stuff like that. So a few other guests chose not to drink because they're trying to be healthy as well. But it wasn't like you can't drink. You know, some people did, some people didn't. But the focus was on one of our friends made their own pizza dough, and we bought all these toppings and a homemade sauce and stuff, and we all made our own custom pizzas. And then I used my new ice cream maker that I got for Christmas from Kirst, and we made ice cream, and it was just like a really nice. It was really social. And then we just talked and listened to music, and you know, it wasn't crazy or anything, but it was lovely. And yeah, it was a really good weekend. And as you can probably tell by either the time on WoW up here or on my clock there, it's about 10 to midnight. And I thought I would just hop on Happy for a little bit. I'm probably going to do a shorter episode. I think I always end up saying that, and then it ends up being the same length. But I want to jump onto Skyrim as well and do a little playthrough, because as of today, my backlog is now depleted. It was good to have it out the way, and I'd like to build up another one. So this will be Monday's video. Hopefully if I can get a Skyrim one done today, that at least we'll have Monday and Tuesday done, and then I'm going to go to bed. But yeah, hope you guys are good. Once again, thank you for the continued support. Especially the Skyrim stuff is doing really good. It's been lovely to see, and obviously Happy is doing well as well. I've just pressed the complete wrong button there. There we go. We're not going to absorb any frost damage because you're not a frost user. There we go. Okay, we've got 4 out of 8 of the tumbled crystals. I ran all the way down to Booty Bay off camera, and I forgot to get the flight point. How good is that? So we're going to have to do that again, which is just lovely. But it's got to be done, so yeah, no point complaining. Hey, 5 out of 8. We're doing all right here. I don't believe the robots drop it now. They don't. Oh, little stealthy panther there. We just want the gobbos. Did you ever play that? Croc and the Legend of the Gobbos? Like a 3D platformer back on the PS1. It was a fun little game. I think it was similar to like... Ah, there's one. What was it like? It was a bit like Spyro, I guess. I can't remember if it was one of those games that looked all cute and it was actually incredibly difficult, or it was just a bit of a cakewalk. I remember it for some reason being quite difficult, but that might have been because I was a bit of a babby when it came out. Okay, we're doing not so bad here. I'm guessing this is a priest, yeah? Yep. Let's give you a little buff there. You know what? I'm just going to chug this potion and evocate because I would like to get this. This goblin here. As you can see from the guild chat, we've got a lot of very friendly people. I mean, literally, Sion always, like, names exactly who he's saying goodnight to, you know, whoever's still logged on at this time at night. Lovely guy. Loads of just friendly people in the guild, so we'd love to have you along, as long as you're friendly as well. Which I'm sure you are if you're watching the content. Just two more. Two simple little crystals. Yeah, we've actually got a few things to hand in. So if we can, yeah, if we can get this done. What's this? Arathi Highlands. I mean, we need to go there. I will keep that quest for now. I know where that quest is. There's another gobbo. Sadly, we're still waiting on two. There we are. What to talk about? Well, today, myself and Cursed, we started watching High Rollers, which is a D&D channel slash, you know, full campaign. I'm not sure you'd call it a podcast. They're not talking about it. They're actually playing it. And, you know, similar to, I always forget the big one because it's not something I've ever watched. Oh, it's going to be, it's always going to be a pun. What is it? High Rollers and, oh God, what's it? The one with Matt Mercer. I'm going to have to look. Sorry. Matt Mercer D&D show. Critical Role, that's it. Yeah, I've never watched that one. I know that's probably heresy as a D&D player and a budding dungeon master. I have watched a lot of Matt Mercer's D&D tips and stuff, but yeah, I've never, for some reason, I don't know whether it's because High Rollers is a little smaller in terms of its party size. I don't know, but I really vibe with it. I also like I know the people because they're part of, as in, I know of them, because a lot of them are Yogscast members. Yeah, but we started watching the third campaign together. I wasn't sure whether Kirst would want to watch it, but she was up for it, and I think she's enjoying it so far. And I think it has inspired her to sort of... Oh, one moment, guys. Sorry, I thought Louis wanted to jump up, but no. Okay, one more. To learn a bit more about role playing and stuff like that, like, you know, because we play it, and she's a player in our group. But I think she's got inspired by seeing sort of, you know, other people do it, you know, who have done it for very experienced in it. And as you may know, I've been running sort of on and off a D&D group for a couple of years now, but our friend group has kind of expanded, and over the past few years, you know, we've met like really lovely people who have sort of become fast friends. And one of the things we always ask is, hey, have you ever played D&D? Because, you know, me and Kirst are both the geeky types, you know. I'm probably a bigger gamer than her. She's, you know, WoW is sort of the main game that she plays. We also play Minecraft together, but, you know, she's not like, she doesn't play single player games on her own and stuff. But, you know, she's a scientist, so yeah, so she's got that sort of side of it, and, you know, so I think we attract those kind of people, you know, people who are into sort of geek culture and stuff like that. And we always get the same answer. It's, I never have, but I've always wanted to. And I think I'm coming to realize that a lot of people do really want to try it. And I think, you know, for the long time, it had that stigma around it, which I would say is pretty much shattered now by the likes of Critical Role, and especially Stranger Things as well, you know, sort of pulled it into the mainstream. But yeah, so as you may have known, I've talked about it before, but we've had people come in and try it and then stay for a bit and then leave, and then, you know, people can't commit as much as they, you know, as we'd like, and that's fine. You know, it is a big commitment. Right. Sorry, folks, I'm just checking a few things. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna run down to Booty Bay, and we'll just have a little chat while we're doing it. I don't think we're gonna kill much, but that's fine. So, I made the decision today. This is before we started watching it, because I've been thinking about D&D a bit more recently. Just sometimes, you know, it fades away and then it comes back, and I've really been thinking about it. Maybe that's why I wanted to watch, you know, a new campaign. But yeah, I was thinking about, right, well, I've had this world made, you know, I made this world and I've developed it a lot over the years, and it's not super fleshed out, like, you know, there's not like annals and annals of history, but there is history to it. There's main events, there's orders, there's kingdoms and races and stuff like that, and it is built on D&D 5e and the races within that, but, you know, there's some homebrewed stuff in there, and I want to explore it more. And I feel it's a bit like when we were playing a lot of different WoW characters on the channel. We were getting to a sort of similar point each time and then dropping off, because we'd start like a new little thing for people so that, you know, they weren't just getting thrown into it, and then people would drop off. So basically what I've decided to do is cut the group to sort of people who really want to play it and can sort of regularly commit. There's going to be a party of 3 and me as the dungeon master, and I can always play any NPCs that, you know, they may have on the way. And I've been trying to think, okay, do we stay in the same setting? Do I make a new setting? Do I make it in a different time in the same setting? And I think what I've settled on is it's going to be in the same setting, but maybe in a different point in history. Kess wants to keep her character, but we're just going to kind of retcon sort of that she's been in other adventures so far. I mean, they could still be adventures that have happened or are going to happen, but at this point this will be sort of like a fresh version of her character. The other 2 players have said you can do whatever you wish, this is I must say, if this is a Three Peak, who I've mentioned before, my friend Ian, who's Kirsty's cousin. If you are watching this, I know you've mentioned you've watched some of my stuff. Obviously, we did YouTube videos together in the past. If you're watching this, I would say that this is probably going to be a spoiler. So if you are watching this, Ian, please turn it off. Okay. Is he gone? Yeah. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to set it. I think I've talked about the sort of a little bit of history of the world that I built in the past, but basically, the sort of world is known as Delgaea, and the fancy name like that I have on the front of the book that I've got written is like the known realms of Delgaea. Or Delgaea. Sometimes I put a bit of a soft G on it. I think I like Delgaea more, but or Delgaea. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe different races say differently. And then the sort of what we focused on is this continent called Otus, which is spelled O-T-U-S. And most recently, the most recent sort of group of players, they were exploring a wintry area to the north. Called the Winter Wild, and yeah, so there's all different bits. You know, if I can get the map up, I'll flash it up for you so you can see it. But it's been very focused on these this event that happened called the Rise of the Deep Dragons, and it was basically, as you may guess by the name, it was a time when dragons arose from the depths of the world. Who knows? Maybe where they came from, and basically brought horror and ruin and just death across many areas of the world. And it kind of put a stop to a lot of any of the political strife and war that was happening, because everyone saw this happen and thought, like, bloody hell, you know, oh, the whole war doesn't mean anything at the moment because this stuff is happening. When I talk about these dragons as well, I always try to explain them as like they are huge beasts, bigger than like what you'd see as a fantasy dragon, and they have like big pulsating tentacles coming out of the sides of their maw. Like, they are monstrous, like, blackened out the sky kind of thing, I always describe it as. But before that, there was a civil war going on in the Human Kingdom, which is also called True Otus, the Otus Kingdom. Their king, King Trestus, a good man, a good king, good ruler, has very good ties with the Dwarven king, and is very open to trade with other races and, you know, the betterment of the whole world and stuff like that. He has a brother called Selich, who is a evil, conniving, jealous little man. And one of the events was that he turned on his brother, and he actually influenced the king's council to also go against him. This led to a civil war, and Selich moved his armies up north and built like a smaller kingdom. That's called the Black Iron Kingdom because of the natural resources up there. And that's what they've sort of experienced, the players, over the few like little sort of campaigns that they've done. We haven't really managed to explore and get into it that much once again, because we've got to similar points. So I'll say they're starting to uncover it and unpick it. So as players, they're probably understanding it a bit more. Let's just hand this in. Goblin sponsorship. Hit that's a booty bait. Okay. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it back to before the dragons came out. So it's probably going to be during like a time of conflict and civil war and stuff like that. And for some reason, I don't know why, I was lying in bed before. We'd just been watching some D&D content and stuff like that, and I just had this idea of what the first session could be. And I came down and I wrote some things down, and really excited for what it could be. And it's made me think, oh, maybe I could make a video about my creative process when world building. So we may do something like that. Okay, hand in singing blue shards.
Glad I could help. Keep it real.
Yeah, that's orange and red. But it's just ignited my, like, world building and that creative stuff makes my brain feel good. I think it's maybe, like, we were talking recently about hobbies and how, like, my thing is, like, gaming and world building and stuff like that. Honestly, in terms of what it does for my mental and my brain, I think D&D world building might be top of the list. Like, it puts me in a good mood. I feel amazing doing it. It's incredible. It is incredible. Right. Handed all this in. So yeah, you might see some more of that, and you may hear a bit more D&D chat. Simply because I'm currently focusing on it. What's this? Supply and demand, okay. What's our Buccaneers are still orange, so we need to get supply and demand. Where is this? Over here somewhere. Back here, maybe? What are we on? 21 minutes, okay. Well, I'm happy to get that river crocodile stuff for them. If any of that stuff that I've talked about sounds interesting to you, or you're interested in hearing more about, you know, that world, then let me know. I'm happy to... Where is that? Drizzlick. Target. Drizzlick. Are you under there? No, you can't be under there. Here? No. Right, let's put a skull on you. There you are. How did I miss you? There you are. Hi.
No, be good.
Okay. It's probably that stuff up there that we want to do, isn't it? Okay. Oh, what do we do? Do we have a short episode, I think? Maybe? Is there anything... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Is there anything else we can... do quickly? Probably not. I need to go start all this, actually. And then maybe come back later? Yeah, I think we'll do that. You know what, guys? We're, we might have this as a bit of a shorter episode. I know we've killed some things and we've mainly just had a chat about D&D and stuff. But I guess I kind of started the recording in the middle of stuff, so... Yeah. I'm going to do a shorter episode, and I'm going to go do some Skyrim, I think, and to get that out. This will either be Monday or Tuesday, come to think of it, because I might put the Skyrim video out beforehand. But yeah, I just wanted to touch base with you guys. Hope you're doing good. Hope you've had a good weekend. And I hope you're having a good week, depending on when this comes out. Either the start of a week or near the midweek. I think when you next see us, I am going to head to Dustwellow Marsh. I think that is the play. I mean, we need to do that at some point as well. Need to go finish Desolus. But I think it's... Dustwallow we need to do. So, I am going to... teleport to Ironforge. No, I'm not. I'm going to get the flight points. I'm going to teleport to Ironforge. Thank God I got that. Well, hey, there we go.
Hi, how are you?
I think I've trained everything that I wanted to. Yeah. And I'm going to head to the flight point and I'm going to fly down and I'm going to get the boat over. And we will see you there. We're close to getting enough money for our Mechanostrider. That will be awesome. And I think when we get the Mechanostrider, I'm going to go back and I'm going to focus on getting my herbalism back up because it's so far behind on it. You know, whereas the skinning is doing pretty well. I need to train my skinning, actually. I'll do that as well. At least I think I need to. Yeah, I need to do that. And I just need to train herbalism because I'm just so far behind. So yeah, we'll get that done. But for now, guys, thank you for watching this sort of shorter episode of Happy the Mage. I'll see you in Dustwell and Marsh very soon. Have a good week. Love you lots. And bye for now.